All right. I'm going to call to order the Monday, August 10th, 2026 Committee of the Whole agenda. Madam Clerk, if you could please call the roll.
Mayor Rusk, Councilor McElroy, Councilor Piazza, Councilor Norris, and Councilor Johns are present.
Thank you. New business. We're going to start with Groton Utilities, with public safety consultation renewal and military highway construction. Kelsey Odell, project managers first. And just note that the deputy mayor arrived at still 6 o'clock.
Good evening, Kelsey
evening.
Odell with Projects and Planning. I'm here to talk to you today about a couple different things. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Safety Consultant Award. We've been using First Choice Safety Solutions for about 5 years now. Their contract came to expiration. We went back out to public bid. They did come in as our low bid. We've been satisfied with their services. I do have a safety team recap of some of the things that we do with him throughout the year, or with that specific consultant throughout the year. I'm happy to share that with any of you guys if you have any questions. But in general, he provides any updates to our safety manuals for us. He does all of our job site inspections. All of our safety reporting is done through him. He does all of our training across the board. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
Any questions? Oh, you look under Danny? So the first item is to renew the safety management
Yes.
consultant. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Mayor. How long is the contract for?
It's a 5-year contract. Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to move that to the mayor and council of September, I should have looked, I'm sorry, September 8th, I think it is?
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday.
So move.
Second?
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to military highway construction.
Yes. So today I bring forward to you guys our construction administration contract that we would like to enter with Wright Pierce Engineering. Wright Pierce Engineering was the engineering firm that did the engineering for military highway. This service contract basically brings them on board to continue any kind of engineering changes that are needed during the actual execution of the project. And they also will have a resident project manager on site that will oversee the work that's happening. We have an MSA with them currently. The terms and conditions of the grant allow us to do a quality base award. The quality base here was done throughout our service agreement process. Additionally, with it being the same engineering firm that did the engineering, they're going to be most familiar with the work and the conditions in the field. Do you guys have any questions on this? I know I talked pretty at length last month about the construction for the water main. Yes.
And it's just a housekeeping thing. Under
Yes.
the information, it says Resolution 260777 was approved on July 6, 2027. So it's 2026.
26.
Right? Okay, just making sure. Okay. Just making sure that nobody's going to go back and say the dates were wrong or anything. Thank you.
Any,
Quick question.
who is that? Counselor Norris?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So these folks are actually performing construction or performing construction oversight and administration?
So this is construction oversight and administration. Last time I came to talk with you guys, we talked about Gerber Construction. Gerber Construction will be the construction firm actually performing the work.
Can you please remind me what the total cost of the construction is minus this $325?
The bids for the construction came in around you'll have to forgive me, I don't have the number directly in front of me, but I think it's 5.6.
Thank you.
Yes.
And just a reminder that how much of that is covered through a grant?
Yeah, so we did get a grant from OLDCC, and about $5.5 million is covered under that grant.
Counselor Piazza?
You mentioned MSA. I don't know what MSA is.
Sorry, that's a master service agreement. So every few years, we do get engineering service agreements put into place for water and electrical engineering. We do have an owner's engineer that works with us who has his PE, and he does a lot of our watershed consulting and distribution stuff. But he's only one person. He's here part-time, 2 days a week. So as far as any engineers who hold licensing, we do outsourcing for all of that. So we hold an electrical MSA and a water MSA. That's the short term we use for it, but it's engineering
Okay, thank you.
service agreements, yep.
And when would the construction start?
We are still figuring out that date. We were thinking this fall or next spring. That's totally contingent on securing rail permitting right now. We're still working with Amtrak and the Providence Worcester to solidify our agreements with them. We do have current agreements in place for the infrastructure that's there, but we have to change them because of the new piping going in. So we've been in works for almost 9 months on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Deputy Mayor?
Yes, the master service agreements are, I guess, for 12 months in this agreement that you're signing off on right now, or?
So master service agreements are set up with the utility for anywhere for a 3 to 5 year contract, with the opportunity to extend. This item is being contracted for 12 months. So having that RPR, that residential project oversight, and then also the engineer is for a 12-month period, just for the duration of this project.
Of this project?
Yes,
Okay, good,
yeah.
thank you.
Counselor Norris?
Turning on my button. If you don't mind me asking, was this the only engineering firm? Was this a big process for the construction administration and so forth?
So the original, I'm going to back up. So when we got the OLDCC grant that did the engineering for the military highway project, we were allowed to use our MSA, which is our master service agreement, which that process is a bid process. That is the quality portion of this where we actually competitively bid the quality of the engineering firm and their pricing. So that covers the competitive bidding part that you're talking about. Each independent project is not necessarily put out to bid, but that is relooked at every 3 to 5 years to make sure that the services and the pricing is still competitive.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Any other questions?
You
Counselor
had one
Johns?
question. I know that people are using the military highway to reroute themselves after getting off the bridge and stuff like that with all that construction going on. Is that going to be something that people are also going to need to be aware of now? Are there going to be obstructions here?
So for the purposes of this project, we'll probably end up in single lane. We'll be working on an actual traffic pattern, control pattern with the town, with our contractor, Gerber Construction. There's also some very large projects happening in the area that there's some triaxles and stuff that are moving through there pretty heavily. So we'll try to do the work with minimal impact, but there may be some impact to traffic. And once we figure out what that traffic pattern is and our actual start date, we'll make sure we communicate that with the public.
And forgive me if it was in the packet. What's your estimated range of completion?
So the project duration, once construction starts, we're allotted up to 365 days for completion. If we start this fall, we'll be done next fall. If we start in the spring, we'll be done spring of '28.
Okay.
And that is contingent, again, just on securing those rail agreements.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, if we're comfortable, I'll ask for a motion to move this to the September 8th Mayor and Council.
So move.
Second?
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Thank you,
you.
Kelsey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Public Works. We have our Manager of Facilities and Special Projects, Heidi Camo, and she is here to talk about roof engineering.
Good evening, counselors. I'm here tonight to present a proposal from Fryer Architecture. This is for additional services related to the municipal building roof replacement project. During the assessment and design phase for the project, it was determined that portions of the steel structure of this building will not meet current code requirements with structural loads due to increase in insulation and snow loads, snow drift loads. So it requires additional services for a structural engineer to come on board and do a further assessment and then provide us with construction documents, bid documents, so we can move forward with which will now be the first phase of the roof replacement project.
Deputy Mayor.
Heidi, how many different, have you seen any blueprints of designs that are being offered?
In terms of for the roof?
Yeah, for the roof, right.
No, I have not seen those yet, so that there are some items that are outstanding on that part of the project. We're waiting for Mystic Air Quality to come back with a full remediation plan. There is environmental hazards in some of the roofing material, so that will be addressed as part of it. So in order to get the final design, we're waiting for that remediation plan.
Now, is that a separate contract that's going to be coming to us for approval, or is that something?
So the council has already approved Fryer Architects to design the actual roof replacement project. What we'll see if you do approve this proposal this evening, you'll actually see two sets of bid documents going out over the coming months. The first one will be for the structural component. That has to be addressed before the roof replacement project can actually happen. So the structural component will happen from the inside of the building, where all of the steel will be shored up, and then we will be going out to bid fairly quickly after that for the actual roofing contractor, with hopes to start that in the spring.
Will there be any potential for steel removal of anything that has been possibly damaged through wear?
That is very possible.
And then how would that be budgeted, I guess, as far as the is that, again, part of this contract? If there's,
So-
recommendation of removal or?
Yep, so a portion of this contract, I believe it was $6,600 for Fryer, is to do the cost estimation. That will actually give us a number that we can work with to go to bonding. So they'll basically provide us with what they believe will be the cost for, I'll call it the structural steel portion, first phase of this project.
Okay.
So I will say I know we were talking about bonding and it's been talked about for a number of years now. What Heidi did was paused and said, you know what, let's take a look at this and make sure we're addressing everything. And in that, we found that we weren't up to code. And so had we gone directly to bonding, we probably would not have actually been bonding for what we all needed. So this is really going to get us to the point of what is needed for moving forward with the roof. Yes, Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. Worst case scenario for the steel structure. What's the worst case scenario after they do their assessment?
In terms of
In terms
financials
of-
or?
Yes.
So we're hoping to know that very, very soon. So one of the things that, and I actually did have a conversation with Fryer this morning, one of the things that they will start almost immediately is to start to work on the cost estimation. It is in the hundreds of thousands. I don't have a number exactly, but it is six
Significant.
digits, and I would say probably potentially surpassing 500,000.
Okay, so with that said too, I know in previous discussions, we had talked about the HVAC units up there. So with the things having to come up to code and so forth, will new HVAC units come in, keep the same ones, and if new HVAC, would they be more economically as far as weight bearing, or would they be heavier? And I'm assuming that would also be taken into consideration.
So as of right now, we have not added HVAC into the purview of this project. What I can tell you is in conversation with Fryer and looking at what we're going to need to do for the roof replacement project, whether we're elevating the units that are already there. As part of this remediation project, some of where the environmentals were found were in the flashing on the ductwork. So we did have a conversation about changing, instead of basically just lifting and putting that back, actually changing out all of that ductwork, which actually potentially has a savings. So we will be looking at that on the roof, but changing out the units on the roof itself was not part of what we were looking at. I do believe that several of those units, I apologize, I don't know off the top of my head, but several of those units were new in 2018. So there are a couple of units that are fairly new.
We also have discussed potentially needing to use mini splits in the building to alleviate some of the issues that we have going on. Thank you. Councilor Norris.
So, this company is not only being contracted for the conceptual design, construction documents, and so forth, but we're also ahead contracting them to do construction administration services throughout the project?
So the answer is effectively yes. So the original contract with Fryer Architecture, that was for $40,000 for the roof replacement project, was for them to create a set of construction documents and bid documents, as well as a construction admin for the roof replacement. This contract will also, we're also asking for Fryer along with E2 engineers. With the E2 engineers is the structural experts that they'll subcontract. But Fryer will be providing services for the construction documents, the bid documents, and construction admin for the structural component of this.
So I just heard you correctly. So Fryer is subcontracting out the structural engineering work, but we're also paying additional. So this $48,000 is strictly for engineering, construction documents, bid support, all that kind of wonderful stuff for structural engineering.
Structural engineering and construction. Yep, the construction admin piece of that.
Okay, I must be not hearing correctly, I've got earbuds in. I thought you said we already had some type of agreement where they were producing construction documents
Yep.
for us.
Yep, that's correct. So a month ago, I apologize, I don't know the exact date. A month or two ago, we got approval for Fryer Architecture to produce the documents for the roof. For the design of the actual roof and all of the elements that will go along with that construction. During that design process is where they determined that, in looking at the current structural plans for this building, they determined that our current layout does not support meeting new code. So tonight, I'm asking for an additional services agreement with Fryer to basically perform those same services in what we'll now call sort of the phase one, which is addressing the structural issues. I'm sorry, I did not explain
I
that.
think that's what I just said.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
That's what I got. All right. Are they going to help with the selection process of the construction firm?
Yes, sir.
All right. Allow me to say thank you very much for doing your due diligence. This is outstanding, the way that you took a pause, you looked at it from all angles, and because of you and other leadership, we're going to get a really good product, so thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Deputy Mayor?
When do you expect to begin? If upon approval, when should the project start?
So the first conversations that'll happen, and again, it'll all depend on if and when this gets approved, we will start having conversations with Fryer to lay out that timeline. As you can imagine, when we're now dealing with construction that will have to happen inside of the building, there'll be a lot of moving parts, meaning we're going to have to potentially relocate some offices and some employees. So we've already started thinking about what that looks like, but those will really be the first conversations. Then what I would expect is for Fryer to come back with the opinion of probable cost, so we can now start to build potentially a bid package. Or excuse me, a bond package, I apologize.
So how long do you think the assessment, obviously relocating staff outside of the building, how long do you think it will take for the project to kind of, get that assessment and everything done?
I would think probably a couple of months. I would hope to have construction underway by the end of the year. But again, we're also going to be dealing with the elements. We already know that we have leaks in the roof. So now once we start exposing the ceiling, we're going to be dealing with that. But again, all of these folks have already looked at the plans. They've been involved in the conversation with the design. So they're sort of raring and ready to go.
I know we've had a rainy summer, so hopefully things may
have.
dry out. Hopefully things dry in the fall, so, okay, thank you.
Counselor Norris?
Two questions. First one being, if this is a bond matter, does the finance director have any idea of when he would be looking to go out for bonding? Is it as early as May? Is it, well, that would be too late. When?
So from the bonding standpoint, right now, we're just trying to make sure we have a good number to present to the council and to the freemen to make sure that we do have all our costs incorporated. So the biggest piece when it comes to the bond is for the approval process to make sure that it is authorized. Once it is authorized, this project can go forward, and we do have an 18-month look-back period to reimburse ourselves with that bond money. So as far as issuing the debt per se, I'm not sure when we would do that, but the first step is to get that authorization, which will allow that the project to move forward.
Okay, thank you. Can I give a little bit of advice, because I've gone through this before, is take the chance to consider renting office pods for certain departments. I'm just throwing this out, like HR or whatever, to work off-site somewhere. Because the moment you start dealing with cranes and last-minute changes, it becomes a nightmare. So take the opportunity to think about that. And I bring that up also because that should be part of your pricing for the project. Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we are asking to move this to the special mayor and council tonight so that we can continue this process as quickly as possible moving forward. I know we had really hoped to have the bond package to you guys by now, but I think, as Councilor Norris said, taking this pause and doing it correctly and making sure we have everything ready to go is really imperative here. So if we are all set, then I will take a motion to move this to the August 24th special mayor and council meeting.
So move.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes. Thank you. Next up.
Thank you, Heidi.
Economic Development. Our Economic Development Manager, Sierra Patrick, is here.
Hello, everyone. Tonight I am joined by Angelique. She's the owner of Shoreline Sugaring. And today we wanted to present a minor facade improvement application that the EDC has recently brought forth for recommendation for you all. So Angelique, we're at 256 Thames Street, Shoreline Sugaring. Have been in business for about 2022. Okay, so 4 years. So she has done some recent improvements to her facility, including fixing a door. There's like a laminate glass piece that needed to be done. She also did some improvements with the windows and did rebranding for both the windows and the door. She also did a couple other additional projects on the grounds. Some of them didn't exactly reach for the minor facade improvement, but she has been busy this summer getting projects done. So the EDC is recommending a total of $2,023.34 to be reimbursed to Angelique. Within your package, you guys will see the submissions checklist, so it's everything that that myself and the EDC review beforehand. You have her application. You have some before and after images within your packets as well of both the windows and the door. You also have receipts from Critical Signs and Ruby Glass for the work that was completed. Some just information about the property owner, and the property card information was in here. And yes, actually I don't need that piece, sorry. I had extra files in here, but we have the payments, we have the property cards, we have the insurance policy that Shoreline Sugaring carries. They've completed all the building and permitting needed for all the improvements that were done. She is current on all her taxes, GU accounts, and she has no pending litigation against the city of Groton. So the EDC thinks that this is an ideal applicant for our minor facade improvement grant and would like for you all to consider that reimbursement.
Can you please remind the council how much was put aside in the budget for minor facade improvement?
Yes, so for this year, you guys actually awarded about $30,000 for all of our economic development projects, grant programs, including minor facade.
And this is the first
First.
amount for this fiscal year? Yes.
I live on Latham Street. I walk past your place all the time. And it looks so nice. It's nice and inviting. You've done a ton of work on there. I mean, there's been a lot of different things in the past 30 years in that building. So you've had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I have.
You know, so it just, I mean, going down Thames Street, it just looks nice and inviting, and it helps, you know, have people notice the businesses on Thames Street. It's a good start for Thames Street.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Counselor Piazza.
It's on topic, but kind of off. I was not aware of your business. I've seen the one prior to that, but this looks beautiful. So, could you share a little bit more about the shoreline sugaring, what it actually is?
Yeah. Yes, so sugaring is a natural premium alternative to waxing.
Okay.
It was noted that Cleopatra herself used sugaring as her form of hair removal. So it's 100% natural, just sugar, water, and lemon. It's a pain-free, clean beauty alternative to traditional hard waxing. And I service both men and women, yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah.
I'll spread the word.
No skincare right now. Hair removal is skincare, though. So.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, I will take a motion to move this to the September 8th Mayor and Council.
So move.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for
Yeah.
being there.
And then a grand opening announcement.
Thank you. So Studio Love is a new business that has opened up at 70 Bridge Street. We are doing a grand opening in partnership with the Greater Mystic Chambers on September 18th from 5 to 8. The ribbon cutting will be at 6 p.m. and I invite all of the counselors to come. It's going to be they have some really fun activities planned, and there's going to be music, dancing, and a couple other things going on. So I really hope that you guys can come out and join us.
And for anybody who's watching this, can you explain Studio Love?
So Studio Love is a yoga and wellness business. So they have all these different kind of yoga studios, like an actual yoga studio, but then they have this equipment that you can use. I'm not 100% familiar with exactly what everything is called, but the other thing that they're doing is they're working on their programming. So they have a lot of different type of retreats or just wellness things, whether they're geared towards women in menopause was something that came up as a topic that often is overlooked but not really talked about. So they wanted to do some special programming and topics like that and similar things. So is it Annie and Maggie are there, and so really a mother-daughter duo for a business, and so really excited to have them.
And you can go, and it's open already.
It is open, yes. You
And
can go
you
take
can-
classes.
It's online. More information is online. Great. Thank you. All right. Next up is our Finance Director, Ron Newhouse, with our auditor appointment.
So this is for the appointment of the auditor for the city of Groton and Boswell Empower. We did see CLA Clifton Larson Allen has performed the audit for the city over the last 6 years. Last year's appointment, we did a 1-year extension. Their 5-year contract was up, but we did approve a 1-year extension to them. It was a recommendation of council last year to go back out with a RFP for the auditing services. So we did do that. PKF O'Connor Davies came in as low bid. We did put the bid tab sheet in your packet. There was 2 bidders, PKF O'Connor Davies and Clifton Larson Allen, who performed the audit. So PKF O'Connor Davies came in at low bid over the 5-year period. How we did the RFP was a 3-year contract with 2 optional 1-year extensions. So with both of them were qualified firms. So the recommendation is to go change our auditing firm and go with PKF O'Connor Davies for the 26 through 28 audits.
Any questions? Deputy Mayor.
Ron, how long has this company been doing auditing services? Do you know a history of how long?
I don't have the exact start date, but they have been around for a while. I know one of the partners who will be the partner on this job, Joe Centofanti, has been around for a number of years, over 20, maybe even 30. But I don't know as far as the firm itself, but I can find that out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? This is scheduled to move forward on tonight's mayor and council. Are you comfortable moving forward without that information, or would you prefer to wait on that?
I would like to wait.
Okay. Does that cause any issues? Do you need us to take a quick recess? Okay. I'm going to take a quick recess. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Recording stopped. Mayor, when you speak, you're a little bit far from your. Thank you. Recording in progress.
Okay, it is 6:38 and we are back. Director Uhas.
So the firm itself has been around for over 130 years. Trusted enduring client relationships since 1891. So right now, they have more than 230 public sector clients, including country, cities, towns, and school districts, approximately 40 years experience in providing audit and consulting services to Connecticut local governments, more than 75 years of public sector experience, living award-winning accounting, assurance, and consulting services. The team that is in the proposal, Joe Centofanti, has over 40 years of service. Catherine has 15, and Catherine has 7. 10 years of public accounting, including 7 years experience providing auditing. So the team itself is experienced, and the firm obviously is as well.
Yeah, 40 years is pretty good, so.
40 years, 100,
40,
huh?
yeah. But the auditing part, 40
Yeah.
years, that's what the part I wanted to know. Okay, thank you.
More
Yeah,
comfortable?
Sure, very good.
Okay. That being said, I will take a motion then, if there's no other questions. Sorry, didn't ask that question. No other questions. I'll take a motion to move it to tonight's August 24th Mayor and Council.
So move.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Okay, we're moving on to me. So Cardi Art Museum bus donation, a donation to the Cardi Art Museum bus is next on our calendar. So the Cardi Art Museum bus came to City Day again this year. They came last year as well. They were very, very popular this year and very busy. They work exclusively on donations and grants, and we would like to give them a $500 donation. We do have $5,000 that is set aside every year under Resolution R-14-4-48. That does allow the council to designate up to $5,000 in donations to any nonprofit. So I'd love to discuss this. If you have any questions or thoughts? Deputy Mayor.
Certainly would approve the $500 donation. What would that balance leave at?
We have not given anything this fiscal year.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, absolutely approve.
Any other comments? Yes, Councilor Piazza.
Thank you. Is this the amount they requested or something that was decided?
They did not request anything. That's not how they work. They just accept donations.
Okay.
We gave them a $500 donation last year,
That was my next question. Okay, thank you.
which is on a piece of paper that you should have had in
Yep.
front of you today. Yeah. Any other questions or comments? Okay. I would like to take a motion to move this to the September 8th Mayor and Council.
So move.
Second?
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Okay. Last on our list for the Committee of the Whole are 2 boards and commission reappointments. The first is Paul Kunkemoller. He has served on Planning and Zoning since 2013. He was first appointed an alternate in 2013. He became a full member in 2017. He currently serves as our chair, and his term expires on August 31st of this year. So he is interested in serving again. We did contact him, and the planner has indicated that he does a great job. And I will say he and I work very well together. We've kind of discussed how to move forward with the short-term rental concern that was brought up at Planning and Zoning. And I guess that's all I have to say. Any questions or comments? Okay, that being said, I'll take a motion to move it to the Monday, August 24th Mayor and Council tonight.
So move.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes. And the other one is Robert Boris. We realized that he had just expired. He was served as an alternate member in 2022 on Planning and Zoning and became a full member in 2023. Also a member in good standing, works well. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I will take a motion to move that also to the August 24th Mayor and Council meeting.
So move.
Second?
The motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. I will take a motion to adjourn from the Committee of the Whole. Please do not leave because we do have a Mayor and Council.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. That being said, thank you. I will call to order the Monday, August 24th Special Mayor and Council. Madam Clerk, if you'll please call the roll.
Mayor Russ, Deputy Mayor Sheffield, Councilor McElroy, Councilor Piazza, Councilor Norris, and Councilor Johns.
Thank you. Counselor McElroy, if you could read the first.
Resolution, sorry. Oops. Resolution R-26-08-91. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and provisionally approve a contract with Friar Architecture Incorporated, 21 Talcott Notch Road, Farmington, Connecticut, for a total not to exceed $48,540 and no cents, inclusive of a 20% contingency for design, engineering, construction documents, bid support, construction administration services, and conceptual estimate for structural analysis of the existing roof framing in comparison with current code requirements to be paid from capital funds. I so move.
Second.
So motion and a second. We just discussed this. Are there any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-26-08-92. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the awarding of auditing services for the fiscal year July 1, 2025 to June 30, 2026 to PFK O'Connor Davies, 100 Great Meadow Road, Suite 207, Weathersfield, Connecticut, to be paid from city, electric, water, sewer, and Boswell Light and Power general funds. I so move.
Second?
So motion and a second. Yes.
The date is, are we 26 to 27, or is it 25 to?
Oh, he just walked out the
I
door. It
think
would be
we-
26 to 27. You
That's
were-
what I thought. Okay, shall
Hold
I
on,
reread?
no, no, it goes back a year.
Yeah.
It goes back a year.
Okay.
It is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, suddenly. Okay, any, Counselor Norris?
Sorry, I had my hand up. There's no reason whatsoever.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any,
Aye.
anyone opposed?
Aye.
Was that a yes?
No, yes.
Okay. Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Counselor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-26-08-93. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the reappointment of Paul Kunkelmuller, is that correct?
Yes.
218 Shore Avenue, Groton, Connecticut, as a regular member of the Planning and Zoning Commission, term to expire on August 31st, 2029. I so move.
Second.
So motion is second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. Who would like it? Counselor Jones.
Sure. Resolution 26-08-94. Therefore, it be resolved that the mayor and council approve the reappointment of Robert Boris, 47 Beach Pond Road, Groton, Connecticut, as a regular member, Planning and Zoning Commission, term to expire on August 31st, 2029. I so move.
Second.
So motion is second. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? That passes unanimously. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you all. We are adjourned. It is 6:48.